Hello and welcome to HTM Plays Ranked, episode 10. In this game, I'm playing Jax, and we're going to...
Tybalt.
What?
Wrong show.
Oh, this is the new one, isn't it?
Yes, it's that new one.
I'm sorry, YouTube. I guess I didn't give her the memo enough.
Hello and welcome to HTMcast, the episode where HTM casts. So
like
if you
fishing, right?
No, I was thinking more like broken arms and broken legs. People would just bring their casts up to us and we would sign funny things onto them.
Okay, Tybalt, would you like to demonstrate?
Yes, YouTube. We will be replacing him next time.
Hello. I'm Ty. I'm the jerk. Over there is Hat. He's the funny guy.
Hat can introduce himself.
Hat, introduce
Hi,
yourself.
I'm Hat.
Hi, I'm a Mishy.
She's the girl.
I'm the only competent one.
And the girl.
Ouch. I have some. Some competences around here somewhere. I mean.
Alright, so the point of this is to talk about things that interest us. Where would you like to begin?
I like cats. Internet, do you like cats?
No, the internet hates cats.
Okay. I'm taking over.
You can't go 10 minutes on the internet without seeing a cat.
Please save us.
Okay, this show is where we talk about League of Legends and changes that are coming that are interesting us. Hopefully this series will be going on every Saturday, and we'll be talking about weekly changes like new champions that are coming out and sneak peeks and any patch notes. For this time we have a huge amount of patch notes because a huge patch just came out yesterday. And then Tybalt will have his turn, and he will talk about things that the Reds are up to and whatever he has.
I thought we talked about things other than League of Legends.
We're getting there. I'm getting there.
Well, you're making it sound like the whole show is about League of Legends
You're
this,
cutting
League
me
of
off
Legends
before I
that.
could finish it. The last part of the show is where we get to talk about other things outside of League of Legends.
There's other
Oh
stuff
my
in League
gosh.
of Legends?
God damn it, don't! You're fired.
Can't fire me. I quit!
Son of a bitch.
Now, this is where you go into the first segment, Mishy.
I can't breathe.
Now, this is the segment where Mishy dies of asphyxiation.
This is why we should rehearse before we do these things live.
That makes it boring!
Okay. So, the first part of the show is called News or I Feed. And this is where we talk about all the changes. So
News or I feed!
Get out.
There needs to be like a guitar riff or something right there. There you go.
Do you think you could do this better?
Yes. So, the first thing on News or I feed...
Stop! It's fine. Okay, first, let's talk about champion changes. We're gonna start off with Tarek. His passive is completely different. Shut up.
Well, you should explain to them that a patch just came out today. Today being the day before we post this video.
I've already said it. When I post this video, I'll link it to you so you can listen to it because I've already said it. We're starting with the patch notes for patch 3.03. Yay, season 3 patches. Back to Tarek. Okay,
So
changed his
Tarek had this
passive.
flat armor buff on his W that gave armor to Tarek and anyone nearby him. Oh, I'm sorry.
Tybalt.
someone's bored. Okay, so they took away the flat armor on his W, and they gave bonus armor for how much armor Tarek has built. So, and he starts with less and ends up with more. So he's weaker early game and then stronger late game. So it kind of balances out, and his new passive, he does more damage if he builds mana.
Hold on, his W gives him flat armor, but it gives bonus armor to everybody else.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, that's an aura, so it gives it to himself too.
Yes.
Never mind, sorry.
So, I can't say now, where it used to work was it like at maximum, it gave him like 50 bonus armor, which is a lot in like the laning phase, but it's really
It was a
not that much
crazy
for the
amount.
rest. But now if he's building like lots of armor, like a Frozen Heart or something, he's gonna get more as the game goes on. So it will be a bigger aura as it goes on, but it won't be as intoxicating in lane.
Yeah, so he's not going to be the best support and the only support, and if you don't get him or ban him, you lose.
The damage on it is also scaling off armor now too, along with AP.
which is fun.
It's like 30%, I think.
Makes him
Quite
like
a bit.
Malphite.
Oh God.
He is basically turning into Malphite, like a better version of him, honestly. But all right, so are we going to talk about his passive now?
He has a passive.
Yes, Gymcraft.
Go ahead.
His passive used to on damage dealt by auto attacks to restore 2% of the damage done as mana, something like that. But
Something
now
where you
it's-
really couldn't notice what it was giving.
It was noticeable. This is a change I actually kind of mad about. What it does now is it does 2% bonus damage on his auto attacks equal to his. I messed that up. It does damage equal to 2% of his maximum mana on his auto attacks as magic damage.
And it's doubled against champions.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Which, it's nice, but the mana regen was actually something I appreciated on him, and I'm kind of mad about it.
Well, now he's really going to be building items like Frozen Heart and stuff, so he's not going to need it.
They did lower the mana costs on his W and E now too, so
Ooh, Iceborne Gauntlet on Tarek. That sounds fun.
yeah.
Okay.
I guess that's not a big deal.
Ready to go into the next?
Yes.
Okay, so the next person we're going to be talking about is Xin Chao. So if anyone has played LoL lately, they've realized that pretty much you're going to have a Xin Chao either on your team or the enemy team, and he's just at a position where he's been doing too much damage. So they fixed that. They're decreasing the amount of damage that his E does, correct?
E and R.
And they're increasing the cooldown. So
These are the base damages, not the scalings. So he's just going to be weaker to start off, but if he's building damage, he's still going to do plenty of damage.
It's not a big change. Like, it's only like a second on the cooldowns and a couple of base damages here and there.
yeah, well hopefully it'll fix it because I am tired of Xin Chao's.
It's not going to murder him, but it will definitely tone him down a little.
I personally haven't seen any Zen Shaos, but yeah.
Well, it was the latest like stretch of tournaments, the LCS stuff, where
Oh.
somebody
He was just
mathed it out.
dominating.
It was 48 games total, and he was picked or banned in 45 of them.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been watching any of those, but alright, then that explains why I haven't seen it.
What's next?
Kale. Gonna talk about Kale now. So
Can I do this one?
Go ahead.
Well, pardon me.
Oh, you haven't let me have one yet. Go ahead.
You can have the next one. The next one's
So
your
Kale's terribly OP.
Shut up!
and you totally hate her.
The thing about Kale was that she really sucked in Season 2 because her, along with a lot of other characters, just had really crappy itemization. So you really couldn't build fantastic damage on Kale. So she needed the damage amplification on her Q ability to increase how much damage she was dealing, because no matter how you built her, she just wasn't dealing enough. But now, Season 3 itemization, and she's actually good, and she's actually got good itemization, they need to remove the damage amp, because that's making her a little broken. But as compensation, they're increasing the slow amount on her Q. Oh
But
wow,
for
that's
less
up to
duration.
55% at rank 5.
But
That's
it's for less duration now.
yeah. So yeah, she doesn't really need the damage amplification anymore. That was just more of a relic from a bygone age, and now she's just gonna slow more so she can hit you more. I'm okay
She's
with this.
always going to be a tanky menace, and I hate her with all my passion.
T.
She is a nightmare. Just saying.
Alright, on to Nidalee. I don't know how I feel about this yet because I like Nidalee and I don't like them doing any changes to her. But anywho, they are lowering the defense on her Kugel form and upping the offense. And it says that they're increasing the ability power on her Kugel form.
The
On the
ability power
swipe.
ratio over swipe.
Mm-hmm. Does that mean that AP Nidalee will be better?
Yes.
Because it's either AP Nidalee and you just throw spears all day, or you do AD and you stay in Kugel all day. Is this making it better for AP and AP for the Cougar and the?
It's better for AP.
But I mean, if you're building like Guinsus and stuff, like a sort of hybrid Nidalee, this will be good for you as well.
Okay.
You're just losing armor and magic resist from Cougar form, which you didn't really need anyway. Considering the fact that she can get out of almost any situation, she doesn't need to be nigh unkillable too.
Makes sense to me.
Well, I'm curious to try it. I haven't got to play Nidalee since they redid her because everyone plays her now. Okay, On to Amumu. I'm kind of excited about this, and maybe that means that Amumu won't be completely banned all the time, but they're reducing the damage on his bandage tosh, his Q, and they're also reducing the radius on his R.
By a solid 50 range.
Yeah, I'm really excited because
I don't think it's gonna change anything, but
I'm curious to see how it'll help, because I'd like to see more Amumu and it not be annoying.
I don't want to see any more of them.
Well, I don't want it to be annoying. If they can find a balance, or he's not going to be like permaban, like Blitzcrank and everybody, it would be kind of nice.
I'm just really annoyed by people who play Amumu because they think he's strong. I just don't like people who play champions just because they're strong at the time.
He's not strong. He's just really tanky, and he's hard to deal
Flavor
with.
of the month
That makes him
is
strong.
Well, can't you just build armor penetration and that fixes it?
Not really, because if you're
Armor-
focusing Amumu, you're not focusing the rest of his team that's murdering you while you're stunned.
Fine then.
You have something to say, Hat?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
All right. On to Vi. So they reduced her base attack damage and nerfed her W at early levels to make her jungle more difficult. Now, I haven't tried Vi jungle, so I don't know how that's going to work, but I don't like anyone having a difficult jungle.
She
so-
tears through the jungle.
Does she?
She barrels through it and then goes to gank and just totally owns everything at the moment.
Makes me wish that I had a chance to jungle with her before they changed it. I mean, I would just like to know, because I will never get to know the difference.
The changes weren't that drastic that she's going to have a hard time. It just makes her slow down a little bit.
And it puts like a few extra seconds on her jungle timer, which is enough to make a difference.
Because she was ganking it like real early.
Hmm.
They also changed how her Q works. You can now interrupt it, and it's actually rewarding to do so.
Yeah. At first I wasn't okay with this, but because Vault Breaker was really difficult to use. But now that I've gotten more used to Vi and how she works, I'm okay with there being some counterplay on her Q, because it's not as stupid as it first seems.
It's nice to know because I did actively back off whenever she started charging it up. Knowing that I can interrupt it now, it's some nice counterplay.
Alright, so this is going to be a lengthy talk. Let's talk about AP Tryndamere for a moment.
AP Tryndamere.
Has anyone here played against an AP Tryndamere? I'm going to tell you that it's not fun, especially when you have a teamer that feeds him. Just
I have
saying.
not yet seen him in action, but I can imagine.
I've got video footage, man. I'll show you. He is the worst thing in the world. Okay, you get him super low, and then he Rs. And then a second later, he's full health again. What do? You can't just keep chasing him down and get him after his Undying Rage is done, because he's gonna be full health again.
Your basic AP Tryndamere is building like Nashor's Tooth, which is a lot of AP, a lot of attack speed, and a lot of cooldown reduction. So he's actually still getting the free stats from his Rage, which is a lot of AD and a lot of crit. So that attack speed that he's building on Nashor's Tooth allows him to be an AD champion still. He's still going to be critting your face off. And he has lots of time to do it because he's never going to die because he keeps healing from his Rage. And if he ever possibly might die, he can just spin away and keep spinning because he's got the CDR to make that the lowest cooldown in the world. And he can just go flying over walls if he ever feels threatened.
So what they did to change it was that with lower Rage, you don't heal as much. But at higher, like at full Rage, you do heal as the same amount as you would.
They nerfed the ratio, so it essentially maths out to if you're not using your heal at maximum Rage, you're not getting the same kind of healing that you were. I'm not sure if this is going to entirely fix him because he's still one badass split pusher, but I'm okay with people playing AP Tryndamere from time to time.
As long as it's not as OP as it is now, because we've been getting into games where it's AP Tryndamere, you're going to lose no matter how well you do, because he does too much. There's nothing you can do. He sustains too hard.
Can I ask something? Why hasn't like Ignites or Morellos or Executioners fixed this?
Because he can spin away.
But
Oh, I'm ignited. Let me just spin over this wall. And then I wait for it to fall off, and then I heal. You don't seem to understand that he doesn't need Rage for massive healing. It got to the point where you could do a 0 Rage heal, and it would give you about a quarter of your health back.
I suppose. Like I said, I have had to deal with him, so yeah.
So yeah, now he has to work for the heal.
He's still an amazing split pusher. He never has to stop split pushing. He's got tons of AD, AP, and attack speed for pushing down towers really hard, and he has one of the best escapes in the game on a low cooldown.
I also want to warn that even though they fixed this, doesn't mean they fixed the problem. And until we have proof that this isn't as overpowered as it was beforehand, I'm still going to warn you guys to just watch out. If you see an AP Tryndamere, just be careful.
Or just ban Tryndamere.
Yeah. Forever ban, forever. That's what we do here.
How long has it been since we've had to ban Tryndamere? Oh, man.
Not long enough.
Alright, so I'm going to let Tybalt talk about the last two, since these two are his specialty, starting with Darius.
Darius. They're fixing Darius's ultimate, but not in a way that I think will make people stop complaining. It's when he kills somebody, he gets a 12-second window to use his ult again. And if he kills somebody again, that will just keep resetting. He'll keep getting the 12-second windows if he keeps killing people, but once the 12-second window is up and you haven't killed somebody with your ult, it goes on cooldown for longer than it used to be, actually. It'll be 120 seconds at the start.
But it goes down to earlier at later levels.
Yeah, and 80 seconds at rank 3. So it'll be longer in the early game, but shorter in the late game, which is good. Thank you.
I wonder how much this will actually fix, because in 12 seconds, most team fights are done.
Yep. He's
This
still
just
going to be
means
able
that
to
he-
pentakill your team.
This just means he can't run across the map and take 2 minutes and then do it again. But I don't know if this will actually fix anything. Maybe
It's entirely for laning. It's about counterplay for laning. It's not going
true.
to fix anything in team fights.
It's kind of like what they did with Garen's ult, where they gave it a stupidly long cooldown. So after you murder your lane opponent with it, as soon as they get back to lane, it's not up again, and you can murder them again.
Could you imagine fighting a Darius and having him ult you, and you walk back into lane and he does it again and again and again? That's the thinking behind this change.
That's the snowball edge case that they want to avoid.
I guess that does help, because then he's easier to shut down. So he's still a big threat in team fights, but he's not as big, because if you shut him down, then what items is he gonna have?
So the problem with Garen right now is that interacting with Garen in a lane is kind of pointless. He gets a lot of free armor and magic resist, like a lot of free armor and magic resist, and he regens a lot of his health over time. So doing anything to Garen doesn't really bother him, and then he just spins to win your face off. So yeah, anyone that wasn't packing, like a cooldown reduction based, a cooldown based hero and no mana couldn't really outbeat a Garen in lane. They would just run out of mana before Garen ran out of health. So they're tweaking the health regen a bit, and then they're making his armor and magic resist be based off bonus armor and magic resist, not total. So that's going to decrease his basic armor and magic resist by quite a bit. So yeah. And the major thing that I wanted to talk about with Garen was there was a red post asking why they couldn't change Garen's passive in a certain way. It was like, what if Garen got more HP regen the lower his health was? And Zephrys actually came in to prove why that was wrong. That was like the first thing they tried with Garen. And it was just made the problem worse. If you were a mana-based hero and you just poured all your shit into Garen and he lived, you would be out of mana and Garen would just be healing back faster. So unless you could kill Garen in one go, and it's Garen that you're attempting to kill in one go, that wouldn't have done anything whatsoever.
YouTube, I need you to do me a favor. He said hero instead of champion. Please spam the comments.
Pardon me. Pardon
Stop.
the fuck out of me.
Stop playing both games. They're champions, not heroes.
What's the term for characters in Awesome Knots? Are they Awesome Knots? Can I refer to LoL champions as Awesome Knots from now on?
No,
Stop.
that's entirely different.
My favorite Awesome Knot is Kassadin.
Shut up. The best awesome knot is obviously Nautilus.
Okay, so they changed a couple of items. They kind of touched on Warmogs, but I more want to say that I think Warmogs is a little OP at the moment because you can build it on every champion, and if you're not building it on every champion, why are you still playing this game?
It's true.
And
It
that's
has become mandatory.
And that's a little overpowered for an item to be mandatory, no matter what. I mean, you could build it on freaking Oriana and it would help you. That's not good.
Warmog's Rush on Kha'Zix was legit.
So you have a Katarina, right? Hard to kill already. She tears your face off. Now imagine her with a Warmogs and a cape, a Sunfire cape.
Yeah, it's really annoying, and I hope they did a little bit to it, but I hope to see more, and I don't know. Okay, so Bilgewater, they changed the recipe. The recipe is now a longsword and vampiric sept, and they changed a whole bunch of stats on it.
Yeah, they made it a lot cheaper and weakened the stats on it, but that means you can just get it in the laning phase and actually use it for the laning phase.
Is its active weaker for it, or is it just stats?
They increased the cooldown on the active, but they increased the range and
They
reduced
reduced the slow and decreased the damage. So,
Okay. And now for the bigger change, it's evolution.
yes.
Blade of the Ruined King.
They
Nice
also
synchronization there.
Yeah. They also changed the recipe. The recipe is a dagger and a dagger plus the Bilgewater Cutlass.
That was interesting.
Yeah. At first, Blade of the Ruined King, they touched on this in the patch preview. They were trying to make it like something to build aside from Bloodthirster or Infinity Edge, but no one really wanted to give up Bloodthirster or Infinity Edge as a first go-to damage item. So now they're trying to tweak it more into the area of Phantom Dancer and Static Shiv. So it's like, okay, I'm going to either get IE or Bloodthirster, and then I'm going to either get Phantom Dancer, Static Shiv, or Blade of the Ruined King. And then I'm going to get either IE, Bloodthirster, or a Last Whisper.
And it's basically the anti-Warmogs of a sort right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much the one item that will tear Warmogs people apart, which might be the answer to League of Warmogs, just having more items that are anti-Warmogs. But right now, the only ones I can think of are Blade of the Ruined King and Leandries, maybe?
Leandries, yeah. That's your only options. AD for Blade or AP for Leandries, and it doesn't always work on every champion.
Yeah.
Leandries only works for like AoE and dots champions, and Blade is so weird to build on things. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it's just is not enough for a particular champion.
Well, it's now like my main build item on Jax, so I have no complaints.
The attack speed does make it a lot more useful, I guess. I just thought it was weird at first. I don't know. If it'll make it stronger, I guess, than AD would.
So the next change they made in this patch is they fixed the health bars for characters like Singed and Amumu who have way too much health. Now it's easier to depict how much health they really have.
Billions of little segments.
Yeah, they made one thick line that represents, it was 1,000, correct? It was 1,000
Yes.
health. So that's kind of nice. I appreciate that. I didn't realize how annoying it was until they fixed it.
It changes it from being like, oh my god, that guy has so much health, to, oh, that guy has 3,000 health. Run!
You know what you're dealing with, which is nice. That's what I appreciate most.
Indeed.
You're not getting into a fight thinking they have 2,000 health, realizing they have 10,000 health. That's a
It's
difference.
not a necessary change, but it is one that's appreciated.
Yeah. So the next thing I want to talk about, and I'm kind of excited about this, is the new ping system.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I haven't gotten it to work very well, but it's cool. And it's nice. Yeah.
I couldn't figure it out on the PvE, so I haven't actually got to play with it yet.
There's multiple keys you can hit for it, but what I do is I hit control, and I think it's right click, and you can drag it in the various directions, and it'll ping for you. You can also do it on your mini map, and if you play with your screen unlocked, I'm sure you could just do it there too.
So there's 4 different ones, and how do they work again?
There's enemy missing, danger, assist me, and on my way. So there's 4 different ways to communicate versus just the go here and retreat pings.
And this is called the Smart Ping system. And they have cool little tidbits, like the On My Way one will show your allies what direction you're coming from when you say you're on your way.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. I'm
Do
excited.
they sound any different, like from the normal 2 pings?
Yeah,
Yes,
they each
all
have their
4.
own little chirps.
Mhm.
Do those 2 pings still exist, or have they been replaced?
They do stay, I believe. I don't remember if the chirps are different, but I can control and just click and alt and just click, and it'll do the same thing as it usually did.
What are these key? Like, I'm used to hitting G and V. I think those are two available ping buttons. Though.
Yeah.
There's so many buttons.
I always asked him how he pings so fast, and he said he always has his pinky in control, so it's something that I've just gotten used to. And I've kept
Weird.
something else close to alt so I can do that as well. But I'm liking this because when you're playing solo or duo queue, or you're playing in general and you're not using Skype, it's so much easier. Even in bot games, just saying on my way, you know, it's so hard to have to type, because if you're typing, you're not focusing on what's going on the screen, and then you could be getting ganked or something could happen, and you're like, oh, why am I dead?
I put the retreat ping on backspace just because it makes me laugh.
You have to. What?
I put the retreat ping on backspace, and it makes me laugh.
Do you realize how impractical that is?
Yeah.
You have to reach all. Whatever.
Just let him go. Let him go. Let him.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's appreciated.
Yeah, I'm excited, and I'm hoping that becomes an actual thing. They also have different things it pings, but like an exclamation point will appear on the map, or a question mark, or an arrow. Different ones, so it's not
Well, I'd
just
hope
the
so.
circle. It's actually the symbol.
Okay.
This is real. I'm really excited for this. I hope it's going to be taken so much advantage of. Okay, so we're kind of switching between patch notes as well as regular stuff. This stuff was in the patch notes, but that's not why we're talking about it. So, oh my god, Quinn and Valor.
You skipped something.
Don't you read across my notes. I've got this.
We'll
Quinn,
get to 'em.
Quinn and Valor. So excited. I like, you know, they were doing all this special stuff for a whole month where they were like doing snidbits on stuff, and Iron Styles was releasing stuff, and I was like, I don't
Those
care.
were brilliant.
And then I saw her, and I tried on the PB, and I was like, wow, I'm really liking her. And then I saw her skin. I love phoenixes, okay? Love phoenixes. I instabought her already, her and her skin. I saved up the RP, and I've just been waiting. And I am so excited, because the only AD carry that I'm somewhat interested in is Caitlyn, and I'm not really that good with her, but there's... Shut up.
Implying you're good at Quinn.
I like Quinn, no. I'm
Wow. So mean.
So mean. I did the cool thing. I was in a custom when I was first trying her out, and I did the cool thing where I attacked whoever was running after me. I think it was in Shout, and I jumped over the wall, and it was so cool, and I just love her. But playing her in game, I've had some problems with her so far. The fact that she has such low range is killer. Absolutely killer. She has a bunch of damage to make up for it, but when you're in a lane, like we had the problems when we were playing games. It was Ezreal and Olaf. I mean, you can't get near them to do your damage.
I likened her to the new Vayne. She's a bit risky and low range, but she has the damage to make up for it.
She's got a massive payoff if you actually survive the laning phase.
I would super love to play her in top or mid and see how well that goes.
I would totally roll her with, like, Alistair or something.
She's fantastic on Twisted Treeline. I had so much fun with her on Twisted Treeline. You build more just attack damage instead of 80 carry items.
I haven't had the chance to like actually play her. I played her like one custom game and that was it. But I'm looking forward to actually sitting down and learning her.
I'm excited. The only thing that I'm not looking for is that she will be in every game ever for the next 2 weeks. But after that, when she dies down a little bit, yeah, I'm excited.
Same old.
Yeah, I know. But I don't feel like I can enjoy her because then it's, oh, you're just playing her because she's new. And it's like,
That's why you play pre-mades.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm always against one, so.
Oh no, I'm playing with friends and I'm against other people who are playing with friends. Whatever will I do?
Okay, so Soraka's new skin, Celestine Soraka. Okay, so
I don't feel like the skin's getting enough love like it deserves.
yeah, okay, so I heard about it and I was like, yay, Raka skin, that's awesome, since they were supposed to come out with one earlier. And then I saw the model and I was like, oh my god, I hate this. Then I saw the splash and I was like, the splash is cool, but I still hate this. I really don't like this. And then I recorded the footage for this video and I unlocked her on the PBE and I played around in a derpy custom game and oh my god, I love the skin. It's so pretty, the effects are amazing, and I have a new appreciation for it because if you see it in game, I think that people were just looking forward to Battlecast Soraka and this looks lame in comparison, which it does. But it's a really good skin that she has and I think I might get it for her.
How have the what's the different about the particles and stuff?
I'll be showing it in this video, but her bee animation is different for one.
It's got like swirling lights and everything.
Yeah, it's
I haven't
really
seen
pretty.
Any of this.
Oh yeah, I'll have it in this video for the viewers to see. And she's just got fancy particles. Her auto attacks look like little crescent moons, and they're all sparkly and stuff, and it's really pretty.
I haven't seen much of her in game. I've only seen like the splash and a couple pictures of models, but I do like the style. What it reminds me of is like the old priest robes from RuneScape, that sort of old style, classic priest stuff.
Yeah,
I do like
classical fantasy RPG priest style.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's different from what she already has too. Different enough, anyways.
I hope that people will become to appreciate it a little bit more, and it'll actually be something popular, not something that Riot goes, why do we do this? I really do like it, and I don't know. Maybe everyone was just expecting something different, because this is definitely different. So when they saw this, they were like, this isn't what I was expecting. What is this?
People just had their hopes up for like a stupidly super amazing Soraka skin because it's been so long. And what we got was a superb skin, but it's not as stupidly amazing as everybody wanted. And
So
people
they
are
instantly
kind of
just started
depressed.
hating it.
Well, I'm kind of meh about her existing skins. Divine's alright, and I'm not really a Dryad person.
I love the Dryad one. I absolutely love it.
But if I actually played and liked Raka more than I did, that's the skin I'd use, is the new priest one.
Okay, moving on to iBlitzcrank. iBlitzcrank was released yesterday due to the fact that Mac users are now on live.
I don't want to play with these people.
Oh, you be
I know,
quiet.
right? Who even wants to play with those hipsters?
Like, why would you play League of Legends on a sandwich?
iBlitzcrank. iBlitzcrank comes with new particle effects too. It's
His
really cool
arms
looking.
are so cool!
Yeah.
And when he
Oh.
uses his W speed up thing, he gets like a jetpack.
No way!
Yes. He just
Oh.
flies around on his jetpack.
He looks really cool. And I don't know, when I saw this come out, and I was like, oh, and then it was like, oh yeah, Mac's available now. And I was like, why didn't I see that coming?
We didn't see the Debonair Jace one coming either. It's
I
like,
know.
oh, that's for Valentine's Day?
We're losing it, man.
know,
We're
right?
losing it.
It came out on Valentine's Day. It was like halfway through the day before I was like, wait a second. This is for something.
But yeah, now Mac users, it's still beta, but it's still live, so we'll be expecting to have these noobs in our normal every day, and I hope that...
I think it's only on the PvE.
No, I'm pretty sure it's live. They made a
It
big
said
announcement.
beta, which is confusing.
They made
because-
open beta.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up if you want me to. It's open
I'm pretty
beta.
sure it's not the same as the beta environment. Does that mean we're playing with them? Like, they're a part of the entire...
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. But it's still beta for them, so things can go wrong for them.
That's what I'm worried about, is if some Mac users, like, start playing PvP and
Yeah.
it just totally bugs out or something.
Yeah, but...
I'd hate to see that.
Yeah.
But I hope Riot's done enough work on this that it's decent for a beta.
Right, put a lot of work into this, so we will see.
Welcome, Mac users.
Yep.
We love
Glad
you.
Please prove to us. I don't know. I like Apple, but I don't like Apple at the same time, so I'm kind of indifferent to this. So I hope that, I don't know.
I like that they exist. I just don't want to use a Mac.
My problem is that everyone's like, oh no, we have to play with Mac users. Have you seen the LoL community we're already playing with? It can't get worse. I promise you, it cannot get worse.
It really can't get worse.
So I don't know what everyone's complaining about.
Well, it can. I've been
Shut up.
having fun with the Dota community. Dota community's awful. Oh my god. Oh god.
Traitor.
No. I'm
Every one
allowed
of
to
them's
enjoy
tryhards.
other video games.
Every one of them are tryhards. Like, you think LoL's full of them.
Oh my god. Like,
We're not talking about Dota, this is about LoL.
no,
Okay.
no, come on. One
We're
thing.
talking about people.
Go ahead.
I was spectating a game on Dota. It was like high class, diamond tier people on Dota. And this Windrunner made this horrible mistake. And she just stepped a little out of position and she died miserably. And they lost the game because of it. And everyone on both teams reported her for it.
Ouch.
Wow.
Yeah.
For a mistake in gameplay?
Yes.
You don't even see that on LoL.
Nope.
Alright, so the thing that Tibble was complaining about me skipping is Trundle is slated for a visual upgrade.
Soon
TM.
Soon TM. He's
am
there.
very
They're talking
enthusiastic.
about it. They
It's
are.
a thing.
but we don't have any solid anything aside from the fact that it's happening. But it maybe sometime this year, perhaps.
That'd be nice.
I think it's the next one slated for release.
Yeah.
Like, they've talked the most about it, I think.
Yeah.
Which isn't saying much, but...
Yeah, they haven't talked about Sivir at all, and she's supposed to be high up on the list.
Yeah.
But they've said quite a bit about Trundle.
So I guess we'll
Trundle
see.
and Karma are the big ones at the moment.
Yeah, they're working heavily on Karma. Karma's completely different.
Karma.
I wish I could be more excited about Trundle, but I actually played him last free weekend. Oh my god, is he boring.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't muster care for it. I mean, good for him. He's pretty old and needs to update, but...
I think they were changing around his lore and stuff too, trying to make him more interesting.
They need to.
That's a thing.
That's typical for upgrades. I think they did that with Cat, too.
And Raka.
Yeah. Okay, so on the PBE for interview public beta environment testers, you'll notice that LoL has a new recording system. Yay!
Woo!
As much as I love the people who have the LoL recorder, the LoL replays out now, it's excited that it's actually going to be in LoL. So hopefully it'll always be up to date and it'll always work.
It won't bug as much.
The way it works is I think it saves your replays for a couple of days, but if you watch them, it saves it in your browser for as long as you have it. So potentially, as long as you watch it right away, it'll never break.
So
Potentially.
you said you've tried this, right?
Briefly, it records in spectator mode, and it doesn't even look any different. It's just like you're spectating a normal game. You can do everything that you could do with the LoL recorder that was outside of this. I didn't feel any different. I haven't tried frapsing over it, but as for looks, I don't see much of a difference.
It's nice and smooth then?
Yeah.
You can rewind
Looks,
and all
yeah.
that?
No difference so far. I mean, I only did it for a few minutes, but...
Well, that's good.
And it appears, now don't quote me on this, but it appears you can just watch a game for a few minutes and the whole game will save. But like I said, don't quote me on this.
I would wait for it to get to live before we talk about specifics with this thing.
Yeah. But I like that it's becoming a thing. It's taken long enough. And with all of the crazy changes with Season 3, the LoL replay is having such a terrible time trying to keep up to date, and I've had so many game crashes, which is why we haven't had ranked out lately.
Riot's really buckled down. They got League of Legends on the Mac, and then the replay system.
They're going crazy.
They
They've been
finally got
working.
that.
Coming out with a bunch of skins and stuff. I'm excited.
It always comes out with skins.
Shut up. And they're doing really awesome with the champions. They're putting a lot more work into them, and
Quinn, man. The pre-release, the teasers and stuff.
yeah, I hope they keep that up. And one thing I like about the champions right now is with them releasing once a month, it's not I blink and a new champion's already coming out. I have time to have the build up to the new champion, as well as the champion being out before something else happens.
But they're still pretty quick about like releasing them like beta wise and stuff.
Yeah.
Quinn came out like a week after the last one, right?
I'm pretty sure she's been
It
out
was
for a
something
while.
really soon.
Probably a week or two. But she's available now on store, yay!
Woo! Alright.
I had something I wanted to say, but I can't remember. So we're just going to move on to Tybalt's section. Tybalt, explain what your section is.
What's the name of my section?
Tybalt's forum lurking?
Tybalt's Forum lurking.
I was actually going to put Tib. Stop, double
Is that your attempt at dubstep?
Yes.
I hate you.
Start talking, Tybalt.
Yeah, I'm on the forums like 24/7. I don't do anything else with my life.
It's true.
I'm sad. But yeah, I read a lot of Red posts and learn a lot of things, and it's very interesting.
So
and
he's
cool
going to be
and-
talking about the interesting
Now I'm
things.
talking!
Wow, that was really whiny.
Welcome
Did you
to
hear
my
that?
life.
I was like, especially whiny.
Okay, so I am reading the Red posts, and I take the interesting Red posts, and I tell them to you guys. Wow. Where do I start?
How about with an order?
Oh yeah, you sent me that thing with the thing.
I did
Tybalt
all
doesn't do
of
his
that
own
work to make
research.
sure all of this was in completely different sizes. You're not even gonna look at it.
Okay. The first thing on the list is Iron Stylus. What did Iron? No. Oh, yeah. He has this new stream on livestream.com. I should link it in the description.
No. Okay, well.
Okay, thank you.
Not for you though, for the viewers.
Link the Twitter too, because The thing about Iron Stylus, he is like one of the lead design director, drawer people, artist.
He's a parrot.
He is a parrot. He's one of the lead artists for Riot.
Lead parrot.
He designed Diana and Leona and now Quinn and somebody else, Graves. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he drew Graves. And he's just a fantastic artist and an awesome person. And now he's live streaming. But he's not going to be live streaming all the time. He's just going to do it like once a week sort of thing.
And he updates on his Twitter to let you know beforehand.
And that's why we're linking the Twitter, because if you're interested, you can follow him on Twitter, and then you can get the post whenever he's going to be live streaming.
I'm excited about this. At first, I was like, what's he live streaming? And then Tibble was like, art. And I was like, oh, he's drawing pictures? So, yeah.
He's drawing pictures, and you can watch him draw pictures!
And I'll have some of the pictures in the video that you can see of some of the stuff that he's done so far. So, if you're interested...
Next up...
own like little comics at the bottom of the post.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great.
He drew a bunch of Nasus and Renekton stuff last time. And then this beautiful picture of Diana and this other character that I don't know who it was. No. Fine. Next up is Syndra. If you're like me, and you like story, and you like lore, you're probably pretty upset with people like Syndra and Elise and Zyra, because their existence is kind of weird. It's like, I am Syndra, I hate being controlled, and I'm gonna destroy everything. Let me go to the League of Legends where I will be controlled and stop destroying everything. Yes.
Well, at least Elise had the whole Twisted Tree Line thing.
Yeah.
It's true.
Whatever that place is called.
And so people were like, hey, can you answer more questions
Yes.
on Syndra?
Can you
Shut
answer
up!
more answers on Syndra?
Talking!
You're doing a bad job.
Well, you're a bad job. So, can you
Yeah,
answer
tell
more
that to your
questions on
editor.
Syndra? And Harrow was like, dude, can you link that? I sent you the link for that one. You can link that in the description if they want to read it. Because he went pretty in-depth on cool stuff about Syndra.
Well, they'll,
thing that
they'll
we're
see it
looking
in the
at now?
video, right?
Yes!
Yes, it's going in the video.
Oh.
So,
Well, maybe they want to read it at their own pace.
That they could
You
pause
can
the video.
pause the video.
It's not that hard. You just
Why would
pause
you
it.
ask someone
Shut
to stop watching your video? That's
Dude.
insane!
Haven't the people on extra credits on it?
Yes.
So, yeah.
It's like, hey, pause the video and go play this video game.
So
that
how
we're
about we
talking
talk about the post now?
Why would we want to do that? Talk.
No, she just brought up some Harrow. I think Harrow is a he. He brought up some cool stuff about Syndra, answered a few questions, and he's like, yeah, we haven't done a good job on Syndra, and we're going to be going back and ironing out some of our old our champions with weird lore. And so that red post was just interesting to me because they're actually going to start ironing out the lore again and bringing the lore back into League of Legends.
Which they've
This
been
is
doing
something
with
I really
Quinn.
want to see.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see more story.
Can we have like just forum posts where it's just Q&A for champions?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Guys, what's Jax's favorite color?
Purple.
You don't know that.
Tybalt, when you
Did
work
you
at
talk to
Riot,
him?
you should create this thing and you'll just answer everyone's questions.
It can be like the @Ezreal post, which I am never going to read in its entirety because it's at like 300 posts now. Oh my god.
Alright, is that all on Syndra?
Yes,
Let's talk about Leandries.
it's broken.
No, it's broken in the buggy way, not...
Dot skills constantly reapply Leandry's debuff before it deals damage, resulting in it not doing the damage at all. That's kind of like the problem Teemo had that they fixed a while ago, where it's like, oh, if Teemo gets too much attack speed, it makes him do less damage because he's not getting the damage from his E. And that's a problem, because building more of the stat just makes it work worse. And at this point, it makes Leandry's not work at all, and it's a waste of a buy. So they fixed this before. This problem arose before, and they already fixed it. But when they changed Leandry's the last time, it got busted up again. So they're fixing it again. I'm not sure if they fixed it in this patch though. But yeah,
It wasn't in the patch notes.
they're gonna be fixing that soon, hopefully. Good lord.
Alright, are we ready for our final topic on the...
Seeing red.
Yeah,
Tibbs
alright.
forum lurking.
Okay, stop. Okay, stop.
Knock it off.
Okay, so the final topic we're going to talk about today, because if Tybalt does this, it's going to take forever, is pick order! Yay! Everyone loves pick order.
The major problem being, who's right in the situation? Is it the first person you're the first person in the pick order? That means you have the highest elo, and that you should get your role and preferred character first. But then most people are like, no, I called this first, and that's what I'm going to play no matter what you say. And then Riot's stance on this is a little bit of a problem.
They won't pick a stance is the problem.
Riot's stance is that you shouldn't be a jerk. So even if you're first pick and highest elo, that doesn't mean you have first come first serve. You should bend over backwards to see what everybody else wants and make sure everyone on the team is happy. And then if you want to call your own role, well, you should make sure everybody else has the role they want and do what, is best for the team.
Hey guys, this is a team game. We should,
everyone seems to forget that.
And so this caused this huge debacle on the forums where it's like, well, Riot says I can do whatever I want because they're not going to enforce first pick and they're not going to enforce calling the lane because, people are dumb and the whole don't be a jerk is responded to with, oh, that means I'm allowed to be a massive jerk.
So what I do, so when I've been playing ranked, what I've been doing, and a lot of you who've watched my videos know this, I get into the game and I go, okay guys, I would prefer to do mid, jungle, or top. So that gives
you're
them...
You're going to play support.
Yeah, they do that. No, we're going to play AD carry. I tend to tell them, I give them 3 out of 5 positions that I'm most comfortable with. Granted, I should be comfortable with all the positions, and you probably shouldn't be playing ranked unless you're comfortable with all of them, but I have ones that I'm better at. Bot lane bot lane's scary. I never win bot lane. But I give them options. So what I'm saying is don't go in and call a lane. Say I'm going to mid no matter what. You need to be able to work together. Have a couple of positions that you're good with and have backups. So if someone says, well, as long as someone, say you go in and you have 3 positions you're good at, the chances are that out of 5 people, someone's going to be good or comfortable with one of the 5 positions. So you're not going to be in a position where everyone only can play mid. Now, yes, I think that the highest elo person should have first pick, but they shouldn't be a dick about it. They should be able to be working with a team going, I'd prefer to mid, but is everyone else comfortable with that? Or I can do something else. It's not that just because you're first pick, you're almighty and you're the coolest person in the world because you have a higher elo. Oh my god, your elo is probably only 2 points higher than everyone else's. Get over yourself. Learn to work with a team and your elo will go higher. I promise you that. That's how this game works. Teamwork.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here and voice for the people who are like, well, I can't trust anyone on my team to actually perform the role that was going to carry the game. So I'm going to play mid because it's my best one and I know I'm going to succeed and I just want to win this game.
Well, the problem with that, if you're going into ranked, most likely if everything goes according to plan, you should be comfortable with the position you are. If you're comfortable with all 5 positions, it doesn't matter. Okay, mid may be your strongest, but if you're good at the other positions, then it should be fine. You shouldn't go into a game going, I can mid and only mid, and if you put me anywhere else, I'm going to feed or I'm going to do bad or something horrible is going to go wrong.
At the very least, if you're used to playing a mage mid, just go another lane as a mage. Be a support mage or something.
Yeah. Support Zyra is fantastic.
Yeah.
Anything is better than playing a role you aren't good at. If you're terrible at support, then don't play Sona or something. It's not that hard.
Granted, you should be able... I've had a lot of people...
The problem with this is that the North American meta is pretty rigid and people don't like bending the meta. It's like, if you're taking anything other than an AD carry and a support bot, you're an idiot. When, even though that's perfectly normal in other regions like Europe and Korea, where they don't play the exact same meta as we do, people just don't like changing. So you are opening yourself up for verbal harassment from people who don't like the pick that you're taking.
My idea I had to solve this problem, and it was kind of shot down, but I'm gonna bring it up anyway, is go into when you go for Q, sign up for mid. So everyone signs up for a position, and you're going to be put with someone. You're going to be put with an AD carry and support and mid and top and jungler. So when you get into the game, there's no fighting. But then,
I was just about to propose that, being able to queue as a lane.
But as Tybalt pointed this out, go ahead.
This was what World of Warcraft did, and unfortunately, this had a lot more problems for WoW than it fixed. This isn't even going into the whole thing about how it teleported you to the dungeon, so nobody went out into the world anymore. It was more like, you can't do this in League of Legends because, as I said earlier, the meta in North America is not the same meta that is in other places. It's perfectly normal in Korea to take 2 people top and just wreck face with that. Like Vlad and Yorick top was pretty normal over in China. So the reason the developers are hesitant to do this kind of thing, where it's like, oh, I sign up for solo mid, I sign up for solo top, I sign up for jungle, and I sign up for AD carry and support, is because they don't want to cement that. They don't want to be like, this is how you play the game, and they don't want to just get everybody cemented into those roles, because they want the meta to keep expanding and keep changing. And
Keeps the game new.
Yeah. And if they lock everybody into the current meta, then the game will die so much faster. The other problem that WoW had was, okay, millions upon millions of people are signing up for solo mid, and only solo mid. And 10 people are signing up for support.
Yeah.
Those support players are going to get a game in no time flat, but the mid and solo top players are going to be waiting about an hour for matchmaking.
I don't know. I wish there was a way to fix it and it stopped being a problem, but at this point, and I hate to say this, but the only solution for the problem is the LoL community to stop being an ass.
Yep.
If we could work together as a team, I mean, honestly, I don't know. If you can't play this game as a team, go play normals. Go play bot games where it doesn't matter what you pick. If you're going to play ranked, you need to be able. If not, you're going to stay in ELO hell.
You can't fix stupid, though.
You can't heal stupid, you can't patch stupid, you can't fix stupid.
Well, before this rant
Words
continues,
will
because
be
I could talk about this for hours, let's move on to our next part.
What's the name of the next part?
Hat, what's your name of your part?
Oh, we're derailing now, so...
Derailing now!
Why do you think you're cool?
Well, you need the music for the
We
things.
need jingles. We need something.
How
for
about
that.
the music that's playing in the background?
Well, it has to be transitional music.
You know
It's
it.
important.
Maybe
If you like rails and you like trains, you're not gonna like this segment. Derailed!
Yep, that's it.
Keeping it. All right.
So we have a few non-LOL things to talk about now, just things that have been happening over the week and things we're interested in the world. And so we have like pretty much 3 big topics to talk about, and it just depends on what you guys want to discuss first.
I think we should get the PS4 out of the way.
Yeah, it's kind of important now,
Because I don't really want to talk about that, but we kind of need to because it's important, but
Get get that out of the way so we can spend more time on talking about the other things.
yeah, I like the other things.
So the PS4 happened. It was announced a couple days ago, a week ago, something
Bow.
like that. I've lost track of time.
Yeah,
so,
it's recent. Within the last week.
So they showed the hardware. I'm not even going to pretend to understand PC architecture and stuff, but it sounds like it's going to be better for ports for the PC, and it's going to be more powerful, like tons of RAM and stuff. And it looks capable, I guess.
What's
Have
it
they
look like?
shown
What's
the
it look
actual
like?
PS4 yet?
Nope.
No. That is
Oh.
the biggest, like, that's the biggest argument going on, I think, right now, is just what does it look like? And I personally don't care. It's going to look like the PS3, but smaller and slimmer. But I can understand why it might be something important for some people. I can understand both sides, but I don't care, personally.
Where am I
It's
gonna
just-
fit it on my TV?
You stick it under your TV and you never see it again.
I don't know. I guess I'm okay with it because obviously it's gonna happen. Correct me
They're
if
gonna-
I'm wrong, but I think that what they're doing is where that when you buy a game for it, you cannot sell that game back to GameStop.
No,
That
I
is
think that's
complete and
been,
total speculation.
Yeah, I think that's been actually deconfirmed or whatever the word.
Okay.
Debunked.
I read it somewhere and I wasn't sure, but I was gonna bring it up just in case.
It's been a big worry, that's for sure. But I think they've spoken out and said no, we're not doing that.
I
they
kind of
just-
wish they would.
No,
I know that sounds horrible, But you have to realize that people selling their games back to GameStop can sell those games to people and make all that money back. So the developers are not making any money off these games.
Okay,
It is
Michi, may I
bad,
explain?
but
Go ahead.
I mean,
I don't remember what the speculation was. There was some nonsense floating around, like the PS4 and Xbox. It was Sony that patented some method of controlling what games you can play on your PS4. Like, you can't go to a friend's house and borrow a game that he's played on his PS4 and then play it on yours because it's directly signed on to that PS4 your friends want. So you
they're
can't.
definitely looking into the technology, but they're not ready for it.
Yeah. So you
The
can't
market
trade
isn't ready
games
for it.
back and forth, and this is to kill the used game market. What GameStop is doing that is so wrong is not used games. It's when somebody buys a game, goes home, beats it in a day, and then sells it back for almost full price, and then
Almost full price. You get
And-
like $25 for a new game,
it's true.
Yeah.
and, they
then
sell it for
GameStop
$55.
puts it up as used for like
$5
$5 less
less.
and sells it to the next person and actually pushes those sales because they get to keep the $55 from the sale of a used game. They don't get to keep the $60 from selling a new game. So they encourage people beating the game in a day and then selling it back so they can sell it again for a profit and then
People who didn't get the game on first day will go and go, oh, it's already used? Oh, look, I saved $5. Cool, I'm gonna go buy myself McDonald's afterwards.
uh-huh.
I don't feel like this is like. I feel like if it was a big problem, it would have had to been fixed by now. Like,
There's not
You know what
much
I
they
mean?
can do about it.
The
I mean,
problem
yes, there
is
they have the technology to stop that right now. They just choose not to because the market isn't ready for it.
the problem is GameStop is the only like retail game store. And if game companies piss off GameStop's going to stop selling their games, and they're going to be up the creek without a paddle. Now they
That
are
leaves
fixing
what,
this.
Walmart, yeah.
Yeah. They are fixing this via Steam and like the online store, but the market isn't ready for only online stuff yet.
I like collecting your cases.
But once
I think
it
it's
is,
confirmed.
oh my god, they are going to kick GameStop's ass for all the bullshit it's been putting the game industry through lately.
I think it's confirmed that any game on the PS4 you will be able to purchase through downloads.
Awesome. That's cool.
And that leads into another feature it has is you can play a game as soon as you start downloading it.
Oh, cool.
Fancy.
It basically streams like as you play and it downloads in the background.
So you don't have to
That's-
wait an hour or two for the game to be ready.
They did that
And
with
this is-
WoW, where you only needed like the basic
Right.
infrastructure and you
I
could start
remember that.
playing, and then it would download the rest of the game that you weren't playing yet.
It still took a while though, but this sounds like it's going to start up like as soon as it can. And I think this works for demos too. Like you can stream demos.
That's badass.
That's going to be really nice. So that's one of the biggest things. Another big thing is there is literally a button on the new controller labeled Share, and this is all part of their big move towards social networking and stuff, which allows you to Huh? That's actually kind of a neat feature if you think about it. The way it works is the PS4 seems to always be capturing a certain chunk of video as you play games. And if something cool happens at any point, you can hit the button and upload like a... I don't know how long or limits, but it's like at least like a 10-second or 20-second clip. And it could be on YouTube, and then you just keep playing, like no pause.
I wonder if that's a potential for making it easier to record console games.
It's
I
true.
don't think it's going to be full-scale recordings. That's something different I'll talk about in a minute, but it's definitely for like, I want to say for like machinima or stuff like that. Just quick little snippets. It'll be something cool. But they have actually integrated Ustream as a streaming device for people who want to stream games. And yeah, that's something new.
That's awesome.
Which I've heard people talking about, like, why not use Twitch? Like, Twitch is now going to have to step up their game to compete, which I kind of agree with, yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, you can stream now. Is there anything else worth noting about it? The controller has, like, touch pads and stuff on it.
So they go in kind of like the Wii U direction-ish.
I'd wait for more stuff on the PS4 before we talk about it more, because they didn't really give us that much.
They gave us specs, they clarified the specs later on, talked about the controller and the sharing and some features, but that's pretty much it. And the last thing of note, I guess, is no more backwards compatibility. They did not put a PS3 chipset in there.
No, why?
It is too expensive for them to produce, and they just didn't.
But that means I'm gonna have my PS3 on top of my PS4, on top of my PS2, on top of my PS1.
Yep.
Oh god, I hate that.
But in brighter news regarding that, it seems like they're going to work to put every single PlayStation game they've ever made available for download on the store.
Does that mean I can get that racing game from my PS1 that I don't remember the name of?
Probably, at
Yes!
some point.
Now, if I only knew what the name was.
Ooh, Shadow of the Colossus.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
So yeah, that's something nice. If they do it in a timely manner.
Yeah.
Like,
not like, oh,
unlike
the PS8's
Nintendo.
being released.
The virtual console taking ages just to put NES games up.
Not to be a PC master jerk, but you could pretty much play any PS3 game on your computer if you've got a good enough one nowadays.
Well, PS3's pushing it, but anything beforehand, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all the features. Yep, streaming, demos. So that just leaves the games they announced at the conference.
Which was?
You want me to just go down a list?
Yeah, go ahead.
There was a weird game called Knack, a 3D adventure game from the guys behind Jack and Daxter and all that.
Ooh.
I personally didn't have a complete interest in it. Wait and see, but it had that same style, and apparently everybody that loved Jack and Daxter is like freaking out about it, so I can understand that feeling.
Jack and Daxter kind of went down a weird path, and I'm kind of hoping they'll rein it back in to where it was originally. I think that's where people liked it most.
There's a new Killzone, generic FPS nonsense.
Killzone was pretty good. It was
Yeah.
interesting.
I think I played 2 for the PS2, and it was a decent shooter.
It
Wasn't
had
that
its own
into it.
ideas, at least. It wasn't modern military, from what I remember.
Yeah, it had its own weird. I want to say like a sort of futury style, but not
I'm pretty
really.
sure it was future Nazis.
So yeah, that sounds familiar. Something like that. There's a Drive Club, a Forza Gran Turismo-esque game. It actually looked pretty damn fancy. It's like all first person and stuff, and like super faithful to cars and stuff. I'm not a big driver game, but I can appreciate that much detail. If you there's a new Infamous called Second Son, which we only got like a small teaser trailer, no gameplay, but
Which
more
one was infamous?
Infamous is Lightning Guy,
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
counterpart to
Prototype.
Prototype, yes.
Guy
Yeah, we
with
only-
blood blade on his arm.
Yeah. We have The Witness, a new game by Jonathan Blow, which looks like a very stylized Myst-like game.
Ooh.
I personally saw it, and just from the trailer they showed, it looked like Connect the Dots the game. I really wasn't that interested, but I've been hearing people say it's actually a lot deeper, so I don't know. It's puzzly nonsense, though, so
Oh, I
that's
like
your
puzzles. I like puzzles.
thing. A new Capcom game called Deep Down. Very pretty third-person adventure game. Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of new IP on this list.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I hope that's a trend.
Because they
New
also
IP.
bringing out Watch Dogs, too.
Yeah, I'm getting to there.
Wow.
The next thing is Blizzard. Releasing Diablo 3 for the PlayStation 3 or 4. And that was a big surprise to everyone, said no one ever. So it sounds like it's going to be on at least PS3 and PS4, maybe. I don't know about the Xbox stuff, but I think why not? They probably will. It's Diablo 3, it's old news, but it actually sounds like it's going to be a better version because it doesn't require the online bullshit that the in the marketplace and stuff.
They're not including the auction house?
No,
Huh.
I don't think so. So that's apparently actually an improvement because it just ruins the game and stuff. Now we get to my favorite part. Is Square Enix coming out with Watch Dogs.
That's
Also,
Square Enix game?
Is it? No, shoot. Sorry, that's Ubisoft. My bad.
Okay.
Square Enix did their stupid graphics engine presentation and announcing that they were doing a new Final Fantasy game, but they're not going to say anything about it until E3.
Nope.
It's 15, isn't it? We're on 15 now?
No, I think I'm at 20.
No, I think they're working on 13.8.
Really? How many 13s does there need to be? I swear to
trilogy.
God, if there are more 13s than other Final Fantasies in the series, I'm just gonna quit. I'm gonna quit life.
You don't even play the games.
I think it's the third one, and it sounded like they're only doing a trilogy, but one can only hope. Yeah, so they showed Final Fantasy, Pretty Engine, whatever. And no mention of Kingdom Hearts 3, guys. A little bit mad about that.
Of course not. Why would you
Not
expect
even,
that?
Like, all they would have to do, walk onto the stage, say 2 letters and a number, and walk off, and money would have just been everywhere. That's all they had to do, and they screwed it up.
Yeah, one job, Square Enix.
Everyone
one
just pulls out their wallets and flings it up on stage.
But nope, they shut off the engine and left.
Wait. Is this
Now for
is that a good segue point
for
for our next topic?
but Watch Dogs.
Oh,
There's just like 2 more games, just 2 more. That's it.
fine.
So yeah, now my favorite, which is Ubisoft. I'm very sorry about that. Is Watch Dogs. Oh, I am so excited for this game. Watch Dogs is like a third-person, looks like an open-world, sort of future-y tech game where everything technologically is connected.
Would I be wrong if I said it's like Splinter Cell meets Assassin's Creed?
That's a decent comparison. I don't know enough to like warrant that. Like, I hope it's something like that. If they get a bit stealthy with it, that'd be so cool. But basically, you can just control the city, and that's sort of the thing about it. And it's very pretty looking. They showed more gameplay about that. You should go watch both trailers. They're fantastic.
Super
looking.
high-tech nonsense going on. You can control traffic lights to make cars wreck, and then you can look at somebody and learn their entire history.
Oh,
Just
I feel
at a
like I've
glance.
seen something about
Yeah.
this before.
If you find the trailers, both of them. They're
I'll link
brilliant.
them. I'll link them.
Yeah,
If I remember,
I'll give
'cause
you
I probably
I'll
won't.
give you the links. I'll make sure.
Okay.
And the last one are Bungie and Activision showing off Destiny. And I'm having a hard time finding care for it. I mean, I'm liking that Bungie's doing something new, except it seems like they're not doing anything new. If you've seen Destiny, it looks so much like Halo, it's not even funny. And they haven't said much about it. They're refusing to call it
Spiritual successor.
they're refusing to call it an MMO FPS, but it is supposed to, I think, more centered around multiplayer stuff. So I don't know what's all that about. I'm probably going to be hated for that opinion. I'm sure people are freaking out over Destiny, but I don't know.
What's that other MMO or FPS that's coming out?
I don't know what you're talking about. MMO FPS?
Yeah,
Planet Side's a thing?
Planet Side. That's the one. That's the one.
That's been out. That's all over the place.
Has that been doing well?
I think so, but I heard the Europe servers got hacked.
Ouch.
Wow.
But I think they're doing okay. Besides that, at least beforehand. I don't know enough about that. There's, but yeah. That's pretty much all that was announced there. Besides some weird sculpting thing with the move. I don't even know. Like, if you watched that part, it was just a total "what am I watching right now" moment. But yeah, that's
Kind of
been
like with Connectimals.
pretty much. There's all sorts of weird move technology and Kinect-like integration with a controller or something. But yeah, that's pretty much all the PS4 stuff. We shouldn't waste more time on that.
So our next topic?
Segway.
Come on, let's do it.
Like she was talking about when we were talking about Kingdom Hearts, Our next thing is Kingdom Hearts 1.5
Yes!
HD Remix.
I'm so excited.
Okay. First,
No, shut up. They're bringing stuff from like the remixes over in Japan into it, and it's gonna be awesome, and I can't wait. And it's one
You need to
and Chain of Memories.
explain.
All right, to make this more clear,
But
Kingdom Hearts 1.5 was announced, but we had no guarantee it was coming to us in North America. But
And now it
this is what the announcement is. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 is Kingdom Hearts 1. Is it called Remix? Is that what it's called?
It is the remix.
It's
Final
the
Mix.
remix.
Final Mix. The Final Mix version with all the extra content. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, I think.
yeah,
HD?
I'd hope so. I'd really hope so.
I think HD version of the cutscenes of
Days.
Days.
358 days over 2.
I've only heard the cutscenes. They mean the actual game too, right?
No, I think it's only the
just the
cutscenes.
cutscenes.
Really?
I think it was
Oh.
too much work to take it from the DS to put it on the PlayStation, whereas these were already on the PlayStations, and they were kind of just upping the quality versus
I guess
remaking
if
the
they-
whole game for Days.
I guess if they do it nice, that's nice too. But yeah, it's those 3 games plus Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, and it's all in HD glory, and it's at least for the PS3.
They're doing 2 as well? I thought it was
yes,
just...
there. Or wait, what?
I thought it
oh
was just
no,
the
sorry,
first 3.
sorry. No, not 2. I'm dumb.
It's all good.
They've announced, I think, also a Kingdom Hearts 2.5 or something like that, which is going to have 2 and I think Birth by Sleep.
Probably
in
the
it.
cutscenes or something from that.
And, I would have to look this up. I think Recoded's in it too.
Yeah, I think that's right. I was like, there's a 3rd game that's in it. I would hope so.
Is that in 1.5 or is it in the next one?
It's probably going to be the next one. I think 1.5 is just 3 of the games.
So for people who don't speak Kingdom Hearts, there's been Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, and then a bunch of spin-off games that are mixed up in between those.
Chain of Memories happens between 1 and 2, as does 358 Days Over 2.
Guys,
What?
so what they're doing is they're taking all the games and making it 1.5 and then 2.5.
They're putting them in order.
Yes. As well as giving us a lot of the content in 1 and 2 that wasn't in the original 1 and 2 that only Japan got. So yes, there you go.
Everybody was a bit sour when Japan got the Final Mix versions and they never headed our way.
Yeah.
But thankfully that's going to change.
But I like having all the games because I would love to replay them. I want to, but they're so long. But this promises new content and stuff.
And honestly, they're a bit dated too.
Yeah. My only hope for this is for the cutscenes for Days. As upset that I am that there's not going to be gameplay content. If they do the cutscenes, if they can do it in a way that explains the whole story without it feeling like you're missing out on something.
They should just go full at it and make a movie, honestly.
Yeah, that would be cool. Just like a cool cinematic.
If they could have one long stream of the entire game, just the story told well, I'd love that. I'd be okay with that. 358 Days Over 2 wasn't exactly the
But
best
who will I
gameplay.
eat ice cream with?
I was about to say that. I mean, it
Yeah,
was
we got that right.
it was more stuff from Axel. I love Axel, and I was excited to see him do stuff. But I never played Birth by Sleep.
Axel died.
Not really.
Twice, 3 times.
No,
4
isn't he
times?
coming? Is he coming back or something?
Probably. He can't die. He's immortal.
Yeah, because he's the best character in the whole series. Love Axel.
So yeah, I'm looking so forward to that. I never played all the way through Chain of Memories.
I did on the Rechain of Memories, but I had
You played,
Birth by
you played
Sleep.
the full thing?
I think so. I think I did. I'd hope so. I hope I wouldn't stop and like not know.
I had the Game Boy version, and I never beat the Riku part of the game.
Me neither. I got through the normal part of the GBA, but
I'm pretty sure I did, but I just didn't care for it. I haven't gotten through Birth by Sleep. I had a PSP and the game at one point, and I just got stuck on this one part and never got past it.
I think I
So,
played 2 hours of Aqua's campaign, and yeah, that's about it.
I want to know more of the story.
Wasn't Aqua the hot chick?
Yeah, one
Yeah,
hot
that-
chick in that
that
one Final
one
Fantasy
girl.
game.
She's the
Not
one
a
with the blue
Final
hair.
Fantasy game.
It's got Final Fantasy characters in it. It's by the same people. It's Final Fantasy mixed with Disney.
And
Shut up.
is that a bad thing?
No.
No, it's the best thing to ever happen.
It's the coolest thing in the world. I'm a Disney kid, so I get Disney and I get RPG and I get stories and I get awesomeness and adventures. It's great.
But who will you eat ice cream with?
Not you.
Ouch.
All right, so that leads to, I guess, the last topic.
Assassin's Creed 4!
Woo! Pirates! Arr!
And that's all we've heard about it.
The end.
That's literally like all we've heard is it's going to be pirates, and the subtitle is Black Flag.
Arr! Me matey stole my booty!
I can't say I'm that excited, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't even bother with the third Assassin's Creed. I haven't beaten the ones that I have now.
I bought him Revelations.
I really appreciated it.
It was a birthday present.
I really appreciated
He hasn't even
Tibble
opened it.
is
I have
behind.
the thing. I have the poster.
Tibble beat Brotherhood and has not played since.
I
think
haven't-
he beat Brotherhood.
I'm gonna make you feel better. I haven't played any of the games. I've seen some of the gameplay of probably Brotherhood if that's what he's played.
I've played every single one.
I'm really interested. It's just a matter of fact of sitting down and being able to play a video game. I've been playing Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn for a couple months now. Haven't touched it. But I have a file started.
I 100%ed Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood, and then it's just like, done.
You need to play Revelations at least, though, because that's the end of Ezio's story.
I wanna know where
make
it
you play
is.
that.
Dude,
I'm
I
gonna
will
be-
cry. I will cry at the end of those games. I promise you. If I have to say goodbye to Ezio, I will cry.
You need to play through it. I will make you play that. I'm going to be honest. 3 was probably my least favorite so far. Maybe a bit better than 1, but
We should just put Let's Plays up on the channel of one of us playing it, and so that way the others could watch.
I don't want the internet to hear me cry.
It's okay.
too bad. You do it anyways.
Yeah.
But I played through 3. I sat for a week straight and played that damn thing and did almost 100% of it. The biggest problem is I played it when it was still riddled with bugs and stuff, but it was just kind of boring. I was so excited for it, but it kind of let me down. I enjoyed it enough, but I don't know. And now they're making 4, which is pirates, and I kind of already got enough of the nautical stuff from 3 with the whole boat thing, the coolest part of that game.
It's kind of sad when we're not excited for Pirate Assassins.
It's because I got enough of the boat stuff from 3. If they had made that 5, done pirates and stuff, that'd been awesome. But I've been more looking for British assassins or old Japanese
Feudal
assassins.
Japan Assassins.
Yeah, that would be the cool stuff. But I don't know. It depends on where they do the pirates. If it's just more America stuff, I'm just gonna be about it. But that's all we've heard so far is pirates and the subtitle. So who knows? Maybe it'll surprise me.
Guess we can see. Is that the end for our first HTMcast?
There's not much else to say. I guess a quick nod towards Grimrock getting a sequel.
Oh,
Legend of Grimrock.
cool.
I read it was just confirmed or something. It was talked about at least.
Neat.
Instead of making an expansion pack, they figured it wasn't worth it, and not that sense. It was more worth it just to make a new one.
Surprised
Which-
Sybil's not squeeing over here.
I've already gotten all the squee out.
Oh, well, you should save a squee for the podcast.
He's the one who's
Next.
He's the one who's enjoyed Grimrock the most. I only played for a few hours, but I'm still excited that it's getting the
I
love
think
it
I
deserves.
bought it, or I was going to, or something, but
You got it from the...
Humble Bundle.
Yes.
Is it here though? I think it's over here.
You probably didn't install it.
For those who don't know, Grimrock's a really old, olden style traditional dungeon crawler.
Oh, it was beautiful. It had traps and secret rooms and so much hidden stuff that you would never find unless you were really looking really hard. It was brilliant.
It was really a love letter to the old RPG lovers out there and dungeon crawler lovers.
I kind of was upset with the ending. It kind of ended on a boring note, but it did what it could.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Honestly, I'd love to talk about Fire Emblem, but I'm not done with it, and you two haven't even touched it.
Yeah.
That's something I want to talk about in the future.
Oh yeah, Fire Emblem Awakening came out, didn't it?
Yeah. That came out. We own it, but we won't put.
All I'm gonna say is I've been enjoying it.
I've only heard 10 out of 10 would bang from it.
The game probably deserves that too, like all that love.
I hope it's good. I so enjoyed Path of Radiance, and I'm playing Radiant Dawn now, and I just hope it keeps it up because Mia's the best character.
So in the coming weeks, you might get a full discussion about that, but
Maybe we'll have like a whole like segment where we just sit down and talk about it.
That's like
Segmento. All right, I've got one more thing. Dota did something cool today. Dota 2. I just want to talk about it. I know you hate it, Mitchie.
go ahead, talk.
They did something that I think League of Legends should really look into, and they brought in they've started a really robust tutorial system.
All right, I heard about that.
What it is, it's going to be like a single player version of Dota 2, where you get these quests and you play through a little story that teaches you how to play the game as you go through the story.
Oh.
It explains the character. You get to meet other characters, and you learn how to play the game as you're doing it.
That I hadn't heard of. I thought you were talking about what was essentially Movifier built into Dota.
Oh yeah, they have that too. I haven't tried that. But no, they have like this whole new quest thing where you can go on little mini adventures with the heroes. It's really nice. They only have one for Dragon Knight right now, but they are definitely going to bring in more.
That's actually really cool.
That's what I want them to do with LoL. So that's a cool way to get the story out and then learn the game and then get to play all the heroes. Champions.
Could you imagine
awesome
a Torch? Could you imagine a Torchlight version of LoL?
Oh, that would be awesome.
That kind of like, no, you know what I mean, like that kind of action, but with the LoL champions and like cool stories and stuff.
That would be neat. With an actual good story.
Ouch.
I don't like Torchlight story at all. I can't sit through it. Nothing happens. It's, oh, okay, this boss, okay, do this. I don't like it at all.
Wow.
Sorry.
Well, I guess that wraps it up.
Yeah, that's...
It's only been an hour.
Hour and a half almost. Tibble, didn't you have questions?
What questions do I have?
Tibble.
What?
You need to talk about your post.
Oh, yeah, I meant that's what I was forgetting about earlier. Hey, guys, Tibble applied for an internship at Riot.
You don't want to tell them that. I don't want to tell them that. I applied for an internship at Riot.
Yay!
I'm
we're
cool
so
like that.
excited. Hopefully we'll hear back in a couple of weeks, and we might be moving to California.
Yeah, I made a forum post, and I posted a lot of stuff on it, like champion designs and magic cards if you're into Magic the Gathering, and
I'll
those
link it
are
in the
all there.
description. Go there and support him. Read through his champions. Give him feedback. He's got tons of magic cards, a whole set.
Even
done.
if you absolutely hate everything and you just want to tell me how much I suck, that's good for me, and I want to hear that.
Well, you don't tell him that you want to hear that. It's a secret.
Ouch.
So yeah, that's there. You should totally go check it out. There's a couple of champions. I've kind of derped through the artwork on them. They're really bad. Don't look at the artwork.
Do you want to direct them to your thing?
My hats?
Yes.
I have been making for Christmas for Hessica and Lily and Gamer and then another family member of mine. I made them all Teemo hats. It was a huge project. It took a long time to do, but they turned out so well that I'm actually starting to sell them. If anyone's interested, I'll link my Etsy in the description. They're there for purchase. There's like 9 of them at the moment, but I'll always be having them up.
Also, buttons.
I also have buttons up there. Right now, they're only Ravnica guilds.
From Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, I plan on having a ton of LOL pins and awesome pins and just awesome stuff on there when I have the time to do artwork. So, yeah, that's the thing. I'll link that if you're interested, but I'm sure you're tired of hearing us ramble. So, Tibble, question time.
All right, the question we are leaving for you, the viewers.
If you listened this long, which you probably haven't.
Hey, we are interesting to
talk.
listen. Shut up.
Go.
We covered the pick order nonsense for League of Legends, and we'd like to hear your opinions on it. Do you prefer first pick, first serve? Or do you prefer calling out your lanes? Or do you want everyone to work together? Or do you have
a different option that you could suggest? Is there something that you would think that we haven't even completely thought of that would be a great idea to fix this problem?
You know, an idea of your own that you would like to share with the world? This is your stage. Comment. Tell us
Also,
how you
please
feel.
ask us questions too.
Yeah, if you got any questions for us, we'll answer them.
And if we said anything wrong, like Hat with his Squeenix nonsense,
go ahead and
Hey, I
and
quickly
and,
corrected
and
myself.
Tibble with his hero nonsense when talking about champions.
awesome knots.
Yeah, I didn't make any mistakes, guys, because I'm perfect.
They should make an awesome Nautilus skin.
Thanks,
That
guys,
would
for
be
watching.
awesome.
I hope this wasn't too boring or long for you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome Nautilus.
No, I have to watch the theme song. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Have a nice night, guys.
Bye.
Bye, YouTube.